It's Monday. You may have heard about this, but they change these every single day, so we know what day it is. So we ordered some food from the Dutch Cafe. This is part of the free meals on board, and I got ham and cheese and a curry ketchup dip or something. And Lori goes, "That's not what I thought it was, but I'll eat it anyway. It looks good."
It's a Dutch pancake with apple.
Okay, I thought it had bacon in it.
It does.
Oh.
It's ham and apple, whatever.
You want to cut it open?
Yeah, it's right there, ham and apple.
Oh, okay.
It's a very light pancake. Give him the style, give him the style.
The sun came out. It was foggy this morning. Now it's sunny. We're in the pool area with a retractable roof. They've got it closed now because it was foggy this morning and pretty chilly. 48 degrees most of the day, I believe. But sun's out. Tomorrow's a port day. Tomorrow is Stavanger.
Yes.
Yes. Have no clue what we're doing, but we paid for an excursion and we're going to take it. So I like my wine and beer. Lori has fallen in love with the strawberry smoothie. And how is it?
Yummy.
All right. I'm out here in my shorts and flip-flops. Here's my beautiful wife. An Eskimo jacket with a hoodie on. What's the temperature here? Probably 50 or so. I find this very interesting. I don't know if will focus here, but this ship's doing 9.3 miles per hour. You can see where we are here on the map. We left Amsterdam last night. We're right there, and we're going to Stavanger in the morning. Now we get there, the port time is 7 a.m. so I assume that he'll be there 6:30 and then start nudging up against the port. I just find it interesting that we're going 9 miles an hour, and earlier today we were going about 18. And everything about cruises is about expenses and making the most money, blah blah blah. So if we go faster, we get there ahead of time and just have to chill out in the ocean before we can go into the port. So I'm sure that these ships have like autopilot, like for a plane, and our speed is calculated to the 1/10 of a mile per hour, because if you go faster it takes more fuel, and if we can't get into the port before 7 o'clock, well, I get there at 4 o'clock in the morning. So anyway, I love this kind of stuff. And this morning the fog was really heavy. They were blowing a foghorn, and he said the foghorn has to be loud enough that any ships can hear them for 2 miles, in case the ships don't see us on radar or whatever. And I thought that we would have a little rocking of the ship, but it's been rock steady, no issue. And it's about 7 o'clock. I think we're going to find some place to eat. When we went to Alaska, we were really spoiled. The ship had a little more than 1/3 of the total capacity, like 1,400 people out of, I don't know, 2,200 people. And there were no lines, and it was easy to get around. We could always find a place to, little nooks and crannies to be by ourselves. And this time, yes, it's more crowded. The ship seems to be full. This morning, we goofed up and went down to breakfast at about 9 o'clock, and that's when everyone wanted to eat breakfast. So tomorrow, we'll go down about 7 or 7:30, and hopefully it'll not be as crowded. Even today, this ship has so many nooks and crannies. There's bars everywhere, there's chairs everywhere. Even with the ship being full, we were able to find 2 or 3 spots during the day where it was secluded. We could find a place to sit and just chill. So it's kind of interesting. Even with the full ship, it's not hard to find a place that's not crowded, and we love it. So I don't know if we will do another cruise, but so far we're off to a good start. Lori did not want to eat in the main dining room tonight. This is Lido, the general purpose eating area where most people eat, and it's much calmer now compared to this morning. So this morning was actually a madhouse at 9 o'clock, but here it's very calm. Lots of empty tables. Maybe most people are eating in the main dining room or at a premium restaurant, but this is nice. We got a window table. I've ordered a glass of wine and water for Lori, Tuesday morning, 7 a.m. and today we are in Stavanger, Norway. And since we got out at 7 a.m., the Lido market is much calmer this morning. It was a madhouse yesterday. We got here about the time everyone else, but this morning it's not bad at all. Lots of empty tables. We got one near the window, and this is looking at Stavanger through the rain-soaked window. We have an excursion today at 10 o'clock. For anyone that cares about such things, our home is roughly 35.7 degrees north latitude, 78.6 degrees west longitude. We started this trip in Amsterdam at about 52 north latitude and about 5 degrees east longitude. And in 2 days, we started at 52. Now we are in Stavanger at about 59 degrees latitude and 5.7 degrees east longitude. Good morning.
I forgot my
Oh, no hat, no hat, no hat.
I'm naked. Hey, look.
Oh, what? Hey there, guy. So this is Stavanger. This is the non-port side of the ship. I don't know what that would be called, but we're docked on the other side of the ship, and we have a 5-hour excursion here today. We're going to a 1920s restored cheese factory or maker, I don't know. And we're going to be traveling through scenic rural country by motor coach. But it looks like a neat little town. I'm sure this is all very touristy right down through here. But it's a beautiful day. It's about 47, 48 degrees. High of about 52 today, and I think there's rain coming in this afternoon, but hopefully we'll be back on the ship by then. The excursion that we're going to be on today is called Stavanger and Surroundings. It's a 5-hour excursion. It starts at 10:30. It says, begin your excursion with a panoramic drive through a beautiful rural landscape. Your destination is a rebuilt cheese factory dating back to 1920. I can't pronounce the name of it, but a restaurant, candle maker's workshop, and other stores. There'll be a snack of thick pancakes with jam and sour cream. I don't know if we have to pay for that or not. But after your snack, there's time to browse and make some purchases if you like. Of course there is. Continue by coach to the nearby, I can't pronounce that, a large field of boulders. Some of these are very remarkable. Then you'll head through a pretty rural area en route back to Stavanger, where you'll tour the main sites of the city from the comfort of your coach. Then we can go on an optional walk with our guide through the cobblestone streets of Old Stavanger before returning to the ship. Here's a very nice view of Stavanger. Early morning sunlight. And there's our ship. It amazes me how tall these things are. So imagine how much weight is down low below the water line to keep it from being top heavy. It's amazing. And this is not like a huge ship in the travel industry. They have less than 3,000 guests, and I know that like Carnival or some of the other lines have over 5,000. I don't even know what the biggest ships capacities are, but wow. And we're 200-300 miles further north in Amsterdam, and the tulips are still blooming here. Do it again. The ship is so big that it's blocking the sun. Everyone's over here in the sunlight.
And I've done an awful lot since those days.
I think we get a snack back in this hole here somewhere.
Yes, we need to get a picture of Mr. Troll. Switch eyeballs again.
Oh my. Interesting. Go till you find an empty table. This is our snack. I don't know if they call it a pancake.
I'm not sure.
I think it's probably yogurt.
So I can't remember how to pronounce this place, but it seems like a typical tourist place, but the tour guide also said it's a traditional place to stop and eat on the way back from skiing deeper in the country. It's got a hotel, bakery, some touristy things. Nice stop. Oh, and the road gets pretty steep over there. Leaving here, wow, going on up in the mountains. We're about 700 feet in elevation here. Now I wonder if this is supposed to be a traditional Norse village reenactment.
Looks like it. Somebody else who knows the story like I do.
Oh, where's it to get the three billy goats gruff? I'm coming back. Ooh, that water looks nice and cold and clean.
All the old goats.
Ha ha ha. No, this is not a tourist attraction. Man, that water looks so nice though, so clear. Wonder what the lettering says there. Probably restaurant. The one on the left appears to be restaurant. Not that we speak Norwegian. Restaurant. I think that's restaurant. Oh, I want to look at that. I like that stuff.
You want to do it next?
Yes, it would, wouldn't it? You know, I have to see if I can make it stop.
Well, you can adjust it.
Play with it. I was just going to say boys and their toys. Yeah, that's exactly what was in my mind too.
I don't think I can get that in carry-on. So I guess it used to be it was a cheese factory when it was built, but now I think it's a candle, kind of a touristy candle making place, and a hotel and a restaurant. And then the thing back inside the mountain looks like it could hold a lot of people. It smells like crayons in here. Everything's in a language I can't understand, and then I get to this Standard Oil Company of New York. And Harley Davidson, Born to Ride. Look at that. That's Monument Valley. I was there, wow, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. Monument Valley has nothing to do with Route 66 either. Monument Valley does not. But oh well. I was just saying that I can't read a thing in here, and I'm walking around, and then I see Standard Oil Company of New York, Harley Davidson. Yep. I was there 3 weeks ago, Monument Valley, but Route 66 does not go through Monument Valley. So this is the Christmas section. I got to do something with Lori. Look at what?
Oh, it's just no me's.
For 779 somethings kroner. How much do you want for a troll like this guy right here? 749.90 kroner. A YouTuber said just knock off the last digit and you'll get pretty close to Euro or US. So 70 bucks or so for this guy.
Here we go.
Which I guess is not horrible in a touristy place. I think we're going to have to get a credit card out. Found my cousin.
Cousin Eddie.
Cousin Eddie. Kind of seems like Norway, don't it? A little, like a, of course it's all commercial, but still. Nice stop. That bear looks like he's got to go pee.
Oh, well.
It looks a little anxious. Hey, bud. Time to get on the bus. Gotta go, gotta recreate. No time for loitering. Loitering. No time for goofing off, gotta recreate. Time to get on the bus. It's interesting, the landscapes are very rocky, and then you'll see pasture fields where they've cleared the rock, and usually they make a fence around the pasture with the rock that they've cleared from it. The grass is very green. I don't even know the name of the fjord. This is their first fjord in Norway. A little bit hazy also. Still a nice view. And the bus that we're on is an electric bus. Our tour guide said that over half the vehicles on the road are electric, and by 2025 they'll not sell any more internal combustion engine vehicles in Norway. Now, according to our guide, this little village down in the valley, in the winter months when it stays dark for 24 hours a day, there's a mirror on one of the mountains, and so when the sun starts nudging back over this way and hits the top of the mountains, there's a mirror somewhere that will reflect sunlight down to the town square, and people make a big deal out of it to walk into the town square and stand in the sunlight that's reflected from the top of the mountain. Now, I've read about that there is a town in Norway that does that. Maybe this is a town that does it, I don't know. That's what she said. So now we take a walking tour. Had put her hat condoms on. Down through here at the sidewalk beside the cobblestone street. That's a nice view. Small sidewalks, flagstone sidewalk. Some fine examples of the different types of tulips. Those are daffodils. We know what those are. Okay. There's a big kitty cat.
A big old kitty cat.
And our tour guide said these houses are 200 to 300 years old, and you can't change anything on the outside. You can do anything to the inside you want to, but you can't change the outside. There's our ship. Well, when these houses were built, they never thought there'd be a ship like that. There's our ship down the alley. We're back on the ship. This is much better lighting for Stavanger. I've been pronouncing it wrong all day long. Stavanger. But again, this is a very nice view. And this thing right over here, if I get my finger on it, the tower was a fire watch tower back in the day, and it's got windows all the way around it. There were people that manned that thing continuously for looking for fires, because the city, you know, it was all wooden frame houses. They were very tight together, and if there was a fire, they would light a candle in the window that pointed toward the fire. And like I said, there's windows all the way around. So the captain's got the ship in first gear, low. We're slowly easing out. Stavanger apparently was it herring, sardines. Anyway, they were a huge fishing town until about 1960. So these were all the warehouses for the fish. There were many canneries. Their boom time was during World War I, because canned fish was a staple for the armies. Canned fish from here went all over the world, and she said that they were even smart. The cans were labeled not in the local language, but in the language of the customers or the end people that were going to be eating the fish. So they were very savvy about that. The captain said tonight we may have, I thought I heard 30-foot seas, but then he said 4 meters, and that's not 30-foot seas. But from 6 p.m. until 12, we're going to have high winds. And then after that, we'll be protected. We'll be back like an inland waterway from midnight on. But he talked like, you know, put everything on the floor, don't leave anything on your nightstand, hang on tight. So I'll give you another report in the morning about how well we fared to the high winds. And the sea is definitely not as calm as it has been, and we're quite a ways inland right here. So it might get interesting. We're in the main dining room on deck 3. When we went to Alaska, we never really ate in the main dining room. Maybe we didn't know it existed, I don't know. But when you get your card, it will tell you your time. For us, it's 5 p.m. Table 206, deck number 3. That's a 4-person table. I don't know if we'll have to share it with someone or not, but if we do, that's fine. And tonight I'm having baked rigatoni with Italian sausage, and you're having chicken with corn, sweet corn, sour corn, and pumpkin something. And then we have appetizers, And then for dessert, I'm having a raspberry tart with vanilla ice cream, and you're having probably the chocolate.
No, I'm having the mousse.
The mousse.
The bottom one. The mousse cake.
The mousse cake, okay? Our first port day, Stavanger. Anyway, port day, it was a good day. I forgot to video our meal as it came out, but everything's quick. We had our appetizers, and now we're halfway through our main meal, and we've been here less than 30 minutes. They're very well prepared to handle a large number of people. And this is good. This is baked rigatoni with Italian sausage, garlic bread, or it's got some type of chicken thing over here. She appears
With
to be
pumpkin
putting it.
and corn and gnocchi.
Yeah, that's good.
Life is
We
good.
should have done this more on the Alaska trip. Now Lori's going to go shopping. Apparently I have to go with her so she can get 2 of something. It's about 6 o'clock local time, and the captain said that the seas would be high tonight. And this looks like no big deal. And it's not a big deal for a ship of this size, but this is bigger than anything we saw in Alaska and anything that we saw on this trip. Apparently it's going to get worse up until midnight tonight. So to end this video for today,
It's Tuesday.
it's Tuesday upside down.
Oh, up.
It's Tuesday, and the day's over.